Hey guys, it's Kim from horseandaroundstamping.com. Been a little while since I've made some videos. I've been pretty busy, but today I wanted to show you this fun fold card that I made for a recent shoebox swap with some fellow demonstrators, and kind of plain on the outside, a little shiny, little fun paper, and some glitz with the gold. But the fun part of this card is, whoop, the butterflies pop up. So I wanted to put this card together and show you the mechanism. It's not hard at all. It's very easy to do. So let's get started. I have pre-made the base of the card for you. This one uses the lovely and beautiful Specialty Designer Series paper. And this card uses the Bloom Boutique Specialty Designer Series paper. And it's just 4 1x4 strips, just scattered. But let's talk about the mechanism. I have pre-made the mechanism for this card, but I will have a template for you that I will share on my blog post for this card, so you can take note of that. But if you can see this, probably better to see it against here. All I did was take a 1 1/4 by, this one happens to be 4 7/8, and I like it a little bit shorter, but you score on the short side and at 3/4, and then you mark, take a pencil mark and mark 3/4 of the way down, and you make a score line across there. This is 1 1/4. It will be on the template. And this I marked at 1 1/2, and so you just make an X and you cut this section out. Okay, that's all it is. Pretty simple mechanism. And then once you cut that X out, you have this, and you burnish all of the folds because it's going to move. Obviously, it's going to move a lot every time you open the card. So let's get started putting this down. Now I use Tombow glue when I put it down so that I can move it a little bit. But all we're doing is adding glue to these folded sides here, okay? To the tabs, I guess you would call them. My Tombow glue is almost out. Time to open another bottle. But just put the glue on the tabs. I try to not get too much because I don't want it to ooze out. But anyhow, when I put this mechanism on, I want the top edge to be flush with the base of my card, and I want this point to line up with my score line on my card. And I should have mentioned, but if you make a lot of cards, you know this is just a 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 piece of cardstock that's scored at 4 1/4. Okay, so then again, we're going to line the top line up with the base, and we're going to put that point right on our fold. Okay, when it's folded, that is flush. Okay, give my glue a minute to calm down or to stick there. And you do have a little gap. That's why I said you can make it 5 if you want, but I didn't want any overhang. So the focus is on the butterflies, and we're going to put a decorative strip at the top anyway. So quick and easy. Okay, from here we are just going to add the butterflies to the front of this strip. Okay, and you can use these are window sheet strips, and they're just random. They may even be a backing that was on a stamp set, but we're just gonna take these with some glue dots and we're going to add them to our flap. So I put a glue dot on the back, and so one side, and then another glue dot on the other side at the top. Maybe. Not gonna stick today. There we go. Okay, so this one is on the back side, and this one is on the front side. Okay, there's one on the back, one on the front. And all we're doing is I have pre-colored and cut some butterflies from the Olive Flutter bundle, which has the butterfly punch. So I pre-did those, and I decided, like this one, I think I want my big one in the middle. So I'm gonna start with where I want this one to go, and I kind of laid them all out how I want them to pop up. And then I'll put my glue dot, I'll stick that strip there. And if I fold this down, I'll catch that butterfly. And there you go. It's kind of crooked, but that's the nice thing about glue dots is you can form them however you want. Okay, so 2 more strips. And I can cut these or add them, you know, when I get the butterflies on them. If I don't, like this one's probably going to be a little too tall, so I'm going to snip that down real quick. Okay. And again, one on the back side, one on the front side, and I want this one to go here. I'm going to pick it up like that. Okay, next one, same thing, my strip is a little long. I think I cut these at 2 inches, and then I knew I could cut them down from there. Okay, again, back, front, I think I'm just going to pick this one up and put it exactly where I want it. And then you can adjust these because the glue dots are movable. So I could bring this one down if I wanted it to be more even, but I think it's okay. And then the other thing is, when I did my butterflies, I stamped a bunch of them and colored a bunch of them. So I want, because I don't want the backside showing, I'm going to add a butterfly to the back of each of these. Okay. So we're going to glue those down real quick on top of the other ones. And I just colored them with, of course, my blends, because I love my Stampin' Blends. And these are all of the new ink colors. That's the colors I used for them. It doesn't have to be perfect. They're going to be flipping and flying and fluttering so much that it won't matter. Okay. And then I actually, someday, I'm going to make a whole bunch of butterflies. Put a whole bunch in there. But for now, you guys get the gist of that. And then I took a, let's see, I have 2 strips that were, get my cockeyed mess out of here, were, looks like 5/8 by 4. And I just laid this on this mechanism when it was off and snipped off the edge. So we're just going to glue that over the top so you can't see the bottom of those strips. Just like that. And then the second 5/8 by, what did I say, 5/8 by 4 goes in the back so it hides that crease of that mechanism. Oops. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Okay. And I have pre-stamped my card insert, and I used the Words and Wishes bundle. I think it's a bundle. It's a bundle. And but I used the stamp set from that. So I used on our original card, I used the scalloped blooms, and this time I switched it up because I wanted a thank you card. I can never have enough thank you cards, so that's probably the biggest one I send out. Okay, and then for our focal piece, you put the yay in every day, and all I did was I put some Stampin' Seal on the back. Actually, I think I used the plus, the Stampin' Seal plus, and on the back of here. And then I just folded my ribbon in kind of a pseudo bow, and then we're just gonna put some dimensionals on those, on that. So that they'll stick down, preferably where you don't see them on the front. But that just helps to hold this little pseudo bow in place as well. Here we go. Alrighty, I'm just going to put this on the front just like the other card. And I used our new Peaceful Pine for the ink for my sentiments. And as a finishing touch, I have a couple of in color butterflies. I love these little butterflies. And there you have it. Our little pop-up butterfly card. I know I need to, it looks like I got some glue on one of these, so I'm just going to take a rag and wipe that off. It'll come right off. Ta-da! Cool, huh? So, number 1, solid butterflies. And number 2 are colored butterflies. Okay, that is it for today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. And if you would please like and subscribe at the bottom of this video, I would sure appreciate it. I will also have a link at the bottom of this video to the blog post so that you can get that mechanism, the template for the mechanism. Okay? Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.